This podcast was created on Messy. Create your own show today at messy.fm.
All right, welcome to episode 6 of House of Blurs. Thank you for joining us. We are your hosts. I am Nicole.
I'm Armani.
I'm Cynthia.
Yes, and we got the trifecta in the house this evening. We got a lot of stuff to cover as we took a week off, essentially. Not like we were actually on a vacation like a lot of podcasters and people who took a break. We just had so much stuff going on. It was a very busy week for us. It was a very busy week on the Twitter sphere, just like the world.
Everything. Everybody
has been hella busy this last week. So we have a whole lot to cover. First things first, we do want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of a icon, a legend, Aretha Franklin.
R.I.P.
Yeah, passed away. We have been having conversations around the fact that, a lot of our greats and pioneers and favorite people are getting older, and no matter how old you are, you're just not really prepared for it. There's no really way to prepare for the loss of
an icon.
Yeah, or people that you care about, period. I don't think there's really just a way to prepare for that. So, thoughts and prayers to her family and fans on a whole, because as fans of people, we do get
attached.
Yes. And letting go ain't always easy. So, it's tough for sure. So make sure you're using self-care, taking care of yourself, because the world is hard enough as it is with shit going on. So, yes, got that. So first up, we're going to delve into TVs and movie.
All right. So first on our itinerary, we're going to be covering Total Bellas.
We're starting with Total Bellas. We're just going to jump right the fuck into the fire. Okay. Oh man. So for you people who like us, who've been keeping track of Total Bellas, if you don't watch the show and you are a wrestling fan, I would definitely check it out. That and Total Divas are good shows, but Total Bellas, yeah, you know what it is at this point. If you know what Total Bellas is, you know what it is. And then you also know that these last, 5 episodes?
5 episodes. Ever since the show started. This whole season, since John proposed, we have been dealing with the ups and the downs of whether or not this marriage was going to actually happen.
And yes, talk about attachment. So, they postponed the wedding 4 freaking episodes ago. It's like 4 episodes ago. She called it off. She said she wasn't ready. She needed time to think because she wanted babies. And she was not about to get married knowing that she wanted babies. Good job, Nikki, to finally realize that now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then John comes back and says, sure, I'll give you babies.
Being the great wholesome man that he is.
Yes, like he gives her what she wants and what she's been wanting. And all the man says is just promise me you'll marry me. Just promise me you will walk down that aisle. That shit was so sad.
Excuse me.
See, Cynthia's all choked up about it.
Pretty much. All he wanted to do was spend the rest of his life with her. That's all he wanted to do.
I feel like something has to have happened behind the scenes, because why would Nikki say no? Why would she be feeling out of love?
I mean, his work schedule's gotten busier. He's been doing more movies. I mean, he's a busy man. Like, you can't be involved with a busy man and a superstar and then get mad when they're busy. Like, I mean, if he was some just crab on the street with muscles, she wouldn't have given him the time of day. Or she would have been with some crab on the street. But you got with a man who was in your same
workplace.
Yeah. Just as busy as you. So it's like you can't fault him for that. Although those kind of comments were made, like he's been really busy. And Bree had made that comment about, oh, well, he's got the future and the career he wanted, but now he's going to sacrifice the woman that he loves for it. Like, That's bullshit if that has anything to do with it.
I don't feel like that's just it. I feel like, because she did say that she'd been fighting. Like, she felt as though she had been fighting for so long that she was just tired of it. So, like, I feel like maybe it was just too late for him to propose. She fought for so long for it, so then when she finally got it, she's like, do I even want this anymore?
Yeah. Which, you know what? That is something that we as women do. But again, we're Team John Cena, so we're not going to sympathize.
Oh, no, we're not sympathizing. I'm definitely not Team Nikki. Definitely not Team Nikki.
So, you know, they put it back on. Wedding's back on. We have to endure 2 whole ass episodes of, you know, Nikki and her family in Paris for her bridal shower. And she's still, you know, not enjoying that. She's still having reservations, still having issues. And then we get back to San Diego, and it's Bree and Daniel Bryan's anniversary, which is crazy. And she calls her and tells her that, you know, stuff's not right. She's still not feeling right. It's not okay. And she's coming back to San Diego. Like, she's coming home. Mm-hmm. Which, when you watch that episode, I feel like you can tell. Like, you could tell in these last episodes that something was just off because John was not filming at all.
He wasn't.
He was not. Like, when they went to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they had, you know, the camera crew was there. The family was there. He didn't interact with anybody. It was just like after they originally called off the engagement. So, it's like, I feel like he was just like, look, I'm a private person. Y'all made me put my business in the freaking street. And, like, this is the kind of shit that is happening. Like, now the world has to see me in pain. And yes, John, we are in pain with you.
That's embarrassing.
It is.
It is.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, we know.
He said, fuck this show. Fuck y'all. I'm not recording anymore if I'm not walking down the aisle. That's probably the conversation. As it should have been. And then she decides that, yeah, she's not going through with it. That she has fought for so long and so hard, and she needs to find herself. Can anybody tell me how old Nikki Bella is?
I'm going to say she's like 26.
Is she that young?
Is she?
No, I think they're closer to my age.
Oh, like that. Okay, 26 isn't too far off.
No, that's far off. That's a whole 9 years younger. Nah, I think they're in their 30s. Somebody Google that.
Yeah, 30s.
True. You have my fact checking device. So while Cynthia's looking at him. Yeah, so I get it. You know, and that's why they tell you don't try to play house all early, and why he had her sign that contract, because now look where he's at.
34.
Oh, she's okay, so yeah, so she's literally a year younger than me. That's all I'm saying, but whatever. I just walked my ass down the aisle. Anyway.
I'm just saying, like, what? That man was he was so ready to just give her the world.
He was. Like, he was giving it to her. And, yeah. I mean, if you're not sure and you're having doubt, definitely don't do it. And I did feel her when she said that she felt like she was letting out her fans. So I think that's some of the reason why she went with this for so long was because of the pressure to be, you know, great, the pressure to have this love story that, you know, they've created and they've put on TV and everyone's all invested in and this, that, and the other. And yeah, so I feel like there was some of that pressure going on, but so it sucks. It does suck. I definitely feel for John. I want the John Cena show. Somebody just needs to give me the John Cena show. I don't even want to watch Total Bellas. I just want to watch Totally John. If WWE can make that happen, I'll subscribe to your network.
Right.
I'm like dead ass serious. I'll subscribe to the WWE network if I get a John Cena reality show.
We start watching pay-per-view WrestleMania.
We sell those at GameStop.
Pay-per-view?
No, the WWE network cards.
Oh.
You can buy like 6 months for like, I don't know how much it was. Somebody actually came in and bought one the other day, and I asked them. Hey, somebody came in and bought one, and I asked him, I was like, so can you watch WrestleMania on there, or do you still need to get pay-per-view to watch that? And he was like, nope, it's on there live that night. So that alone probably is worth it, because the pay-per-view subscription for WrestleMania, it's like $50.
How much is the WrestleMania card?
I mean, so I'm pretty sure, like, I think the WWE Network card is probably like $59 for the year. So it'd be worth it to just get that if you want to watch WrestleMania. It's not a plug for the WWE unless they want to throw me some, you know, money onto our Patreon. But yeah, or a free WWE card. Take that too. We are not above taking gifts. But, yeah, it's sad to see it come to an end. It's going to be interesting to see next season what happens.
I don't think there's going to be a next season.
Oh.
I don't think if there is, I think that Brie might take this show on by herself. And at that point, the show would die. I think Nikki's really going through some things that it's like at this point she's doesn't want to be in the public eye, which makes sense because of everything like she's going through.
She should probably just take a step back to really, really realize, like, at the end of the day, when the lights and the cameras are off, when wrestling is no more of a thing and you're sitting in your big ass house at night, like, who do you want sitting there next to you? Like, this shit's not gonna last forever. So that's something, you know, she probably needs to really sit with. Like, the traveling, the wrestling, the glitz and the glamour, that shit's all great now. But you're getting older. I mean, obviously she doesn't have to be alone. She has options. But did she possibly, or is she possibly giving up the best one?
I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Like, I feel like it's real personal. Like, that's just a hard thing to...
It's definitely personal. And that's the thing about these reality TV shows. When people put that much of themselves in it and on it,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you get so wrapped up in what you think is the right thing for everybody else that, you got to start thinking about the right things to do for yourself. And I guess I just justified what she did, breaking my homeboy's heart. But
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard not to side with. Like, it's like, okay, not saying I agree, but I understand.
No, yeah, in all reality, I definitely understand. She had to do it. You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. Like,
it is what it is.
It is. And it is John Cena's poor little heartbroken. He needs a hug. Like, I just want to give him a hug. I feel like he just needs a good hug.
A good hug, a nice massage, and...
First of all, where you're going with that?
Probably not from me.
I would hope
not thinking that.
Okay. We just got the trailer for American Horror Story Apocalypse, which wasn't really a trailer. I mean, it was a very little... It was basically the intro. We got to see what the intro is going to be, maybe.
They're not even trailers. American Horror Story has been known to do that. They'll, like, put out little teasers that you gotta decipher and you gotta figure out the reasoning behind it.
I got nothing out of that. There was a baby. Okay, so actually...
That's all we got.
Who was pregnant at the end of...
The mom had the baby. That's when she died. She had Tate's baby. Constance took the baby. And, yeah, Constance took the baby. And then the dad came back, tried to get the baby, and she had the baby hidden in that closet. And then she just left with the baby. She was raising the baby.
Okay, I feel like that baby, that was the only thing that I got from anything was the baby in the hourglass. I'm just like, okay, a baby in a time jump. So, yeah, that's what we're getting.
And we're getting Jessica Lange back for one episode.
Only one episode?
That's what I've heard so far, is that she's only come back for one episode, but it's an episode that Sarah Paulson's directing.
Yo, all the gays were super happy. Y'all gonna be super sad now.
Yeah, it's like, do we even want her to come back? Like, do we need that tease?
Oh, damn.
So I feel like my hypothesis for this is gonna be, because it's the Coven and Murder House crossover season. So what I'm guessing is that the witches are going to be like, okay, there's some evil going on. We sense the end of the world is coming, and it's going to have to do with the baby. We're going to get Jessica Lange back for a flashback episode of Constance. Yeah, they're probably going to come back. Constance is dead. Flashback episode of what happened to her.
Yeah, the baby's probably grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because essentially that baby was Damien. Because, I mean...
Tate was a ghost.
Yeah. So, I could see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then,
I love that. What is his name? Evan
Peters.
Evan Peters, yeah, I like that kid. He is oddly attractive.
He's a really good actor, but he's saying he's not taking on any more dark roles after this. Because he's like, I'm not trying to go crazy.
Yeah, they've been putting him through some shit on this show, and he's done nothing else besides what? X-Men?
He was on X. I feel like I saw him.
I think he's at a few things.
Some indie movies.
Yeah, he needs some lighthearted Disney love. Let's cast him in a Disney movie. What Disney movie are we putting him in? He could play
He played the live action Jack Frost.
No, he could play in Tangled. Wasn't the dude in Tangled? Didn't he have blonde hair? Wasn't the boy in Tangled?
No. The main guy in Tangled?
Yeah.
Flynn Rider? No, Flynn Rider is more
Disney boy had like blonde hair, like a good head of blonde hair.
Like Peter Pan?
No. Yes, in a recent Disney princess, like Disney movie. I feel like there was a dude.
Frozen, yeah.
Wasn't he bad?
No,
he was good.
The one with blonde hair.
Let's make him Kristoff. We're going to do a live action Frozen, and Evan Peters can be Kristoff.
That man was like a lumberjack. Evan Peters is not built to play a lumberjack.
To play Kristoff. I'm saying.
That man was hauling ice across the countryside. Evan Peters is not. He can be in like, let's see.
I don't know. We'll figure. We'll find a place for him in a happy movie.
He can be in that Jonah Hill movie. I can see him in there.
Speaking of Jonas, the Jonas Brothers are all about to be married. This is so far off the fucking topic. Yes, Nick Jonas. Congratulations to Nick Jonas.
Oh, he did just get engaged. I saw
to Priyanka Chopra. Hats off to you, homegirl, for bagging a Jonas.
The cutest Jonas brother.
I might argue with you with that one.
I was definitely Team Nick when they were.
Team Joe.
Oh no, Joe had a weird haircut.
I like Joe. The bonus Jonas even has a girlfriend.
Who's the bonus Jonas? I thought you were a Kevin fan. You used to be a big fan of Kevin.
I was a Joe Jonas fan. Okay.
I don't think so.
I do.
I feel like you were the only person that was ever like, "Oh, I like Kevin."
First off, don't say it like that, because Kevin was still, an option. Like he was still a baggable Jonas. So let's not act like he wasn't. He still had that nice coif going on.
What's a coif?
His hair. He had good hair.
Are you thinking about the right Jonas brother?
The oldest one.
Yeah, okay.
No, which one I'm thinking. He had good hair too.
Yeah, he had the curly hair.
I'm thinking of what video was that? Not the one from Meet the Robinsons.
Year 3000.
Yeah, no, not that song. There was like another video that I think I'm thinking of.
The one where they did the song for Little Mermaid.
I remember there was like blue. Like there was like a blue-black background. I think it was like that might have been the Year 3000 video. Whatever. The Jonas Brothers are all going to be off the market. Congrats to them. They turned out to be nice, young, stable men.
Yeah, none of them had a drug. Well, that I know of.
What's his face was doing questionable shit for a little while, but then he stopped hanging out with everybody who's on drugs.
Who, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe
was he still hanging out with him on the bottom?
Yeah. And then he quickly realized, like, I'm just not built for that. My parents will whoop my fucking ass because where are they from? Jersey. Yeah. No, their parents is they're from Jersey. Like, so their parents was like, no, the fuck y'all not. So they, I'm glad that they
it turned out all right.
Yeah.
They were a Disney success story. We need more of those.
Yeah, there's not too many of them.
And like, Miley's all right now. Like, she's fine. She's got her man back. She's been chilling.
Yo, but her best album was the one where she was going, like, she was wilding. To me, that was, like, Miley's best album. Because I brought that album. Like, I'm not even going to lie.
Bangers?
Yes. And I banged the shit out of bangers. Especially that song with her and Nelly. Yeah, that country-ass song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You know, I really bumped that. And Wrecking Ball was so much better of a song than people give it credit for.
It really was. I had replayed that song like 20 times on the TV when the music video was on demand. Yeah.
When we were in Jersey. When we were in Jersey.
We were actually here, and you were just getting angry. You were just like, why are you replaying this? Change the song.
No, I feel like that was like New Year's Eve. I feel like I had like friends over, and you kept playing.
A friend over.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about that.
I'm just going to sip my coffee. I ain't got tea. I'm going to sip my coffee.
Like sophomore year. He was like, yeah, I remember.
Was his friend supposed to be over here? We about to spill some shit?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, we move on to our next topic. Miley Cyrus is a great success story.
Yeah, Miley's good now.
Oh, no, I can't think of anybody that's come out of Disney Channel in, like, One Piece. She really come out in, like, One Piece either. Jonas Brothers came out alright. Selena Gomez, I guess, is okay. Like, there's nothing actually wrong with her dating pretty. Life. Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Who was she chasing after? Right? Was she just chasing after somebody? Or no, she was just with The Weeknd.
She was just with The Weeknd. She broke up with The Weeknd and went back to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's married now, or like he's engaged.
Oh, that's right, he is engaged.
Yeah, Haley Baldwin. Yeah. So I don't know what she's doing. She got lupus. I think that's what she has, right?
She had a kidney transplant like last year before. Like that's some serious
that The
shit.
Weeknd almost gave her his kidney.
Yo, that's love.
That is love.
And that's just real friendship because she ended up getting it from a friend. Like the fact that he was willing to. That kind of tells me, like at the end of the day, that Selena Gomez is a good person. Like she's probably that good friend that you can like is just probably just real and like chill that you can hang out with. And she's not like some crazy bitch. Like she just seems like. And I'm just making this up in my head because she's my best friend in my head. I would have given her my kidney if I could have. Yeah, she's another one that I just really wanted to do well. I was rooting for her, and she's doing good. So
yeah, she is. Other than that, yeah,
she's from the DFW. She was discovered in the DFW. She's from here, but yeah. All right, well, that was a weird ass transition because we're not. That wasn't on our itinerary at all.
I said Jonah Hill. You said, speaking of Jonah.
What else was on our TV agenda?
What TV agenda? What else did we talk about on TV?
Keep it knocking, but you can't come in.
I mean, your phone. I thought you were doing like a podcast, so I need to put
Thank you.
Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Back to our itinerary.
So
Extinction on Netflix.
Okay, pause before we get to Extinction because that's actually a real topic. Maurice Bernard celebrated his 25th year on General Hospital. So a congratulations and a shout out to Mo because he is our favorite TV star. I don't care what anybody says. He's the best. Yeah, I had added him and shared that photo that we took a while ago on Twitter, and he liked it. And I was just like, see, that just made my day. But yeah, that just made me realize, like, I have been watching General Hospital for more than 25 years.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I've been watching it for at least 20 years.
Oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. Like, that's amazing. Like, first off, that the show is even still on. Like, it's diehard loyal fans. Soap opera actors are General Hospital fans. Like, everyone's a General Hospital fan. If you still watch soaps, if you just enjoy good TV, you still watch General Hospital. Even as predictable as the storylines have gotten these days.
And repetitive.
Yeah, and repetitive. I'm kind of not mad. I guess it is what it is. I am sad that her name is Vanessa. I can't think of her last name. The one who plays Jordan Ashford is getting ready to leave because she got picked up. She's from Canada. She's a Canadian. She got picked up for a show that is really big on the CBC. I think it is. It's a show that evidently has been on for, I think, like years. It's like a big time.
What's CBC?
Canada's broadcasting channel. Oh. Like, it's the main Canadian channel. So let's just...
Oh, so it's like BBC.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, the way it was sounding, it almost sounded like Law and Order put its first black person on the show. This is essentially the equivalent type of situation. So it's kind of like
she needs her iconic role.
Yeah, no, like, literally, she's the first black person, I think, cast on this show in a, like, main role ever. And it's been on for, like, mad fucking long. So Canadians, we think we're behind in the U.S. on civil rights shit and, like, forward moments. Evidently, Canada is still behind. Yeah. The Canadians are still fucking behind us because, like, she got this and it's a, it's a really big historic thing, which she deserves because she's done a phenomenal fucking job as Jordan Ashford. I love her. I feel like she's the realest black woman that we've had on General Hospital since Mary May Ward. And it'll probably be a long time before we get another real black female ever again. Between her and
Epiphany.
Oh yeah, I forgot my girl Epiphany. You are right. I take that back.
See?
Epiphany is my dog. Although she's dating, they set her up with the G and Betty brother just I feel like to give her like something to do and a reason to be on.
Yeah, so they couldn't just keep going back to the hospital.
Yeah, and they took Billy D. Williams out. Her and Billy D. were together when Billy D. Williams was on General Hospital for like a few months, like almost a year.
That's the one to play Lando, right?
Yes, my bae. Still at like 80 some years old, Billy D. Williams is still bae. But yeah, they had a little thing back in the day because for a minute they made you almost think that he was her baby daddy. I was hoping I was going to be
on the show or in real life.
On the show. On the show. This is okay. This is totally going on a tangent. Anyway, congratulations to Reese Bernard. Miss Vanessa is leaving because her shooting schedule is not going to work out. General Hospital was like, unfortunately, that's not going to work for us. The shooting schedule and stuff like that. So we haven't got to the point where we know whether or not they're going to recast Jordan. Which I think they probably are because she's a fucking district, like she's the police chief, police commissioner. Like
she could die too. That would be a big thing. That would get some ratings.
I feel like right now she's got too much going on. She's a police commissioner. She's engaged, although that doesn't like it's going well because his aunt Stella is dead set against this shit. Which I mean, I guess I get because she was at one point involved with his brother. And Stella said that, whatever, we're not getting into it. This is not a General Hospital podcast. But congratulations to Maurice Bernard. Yeah. If you're still watching General Hospital, add us. Or you can add me. You don't necessarily have to add the House of Blurs. But yeah, you can follow me. I'll chit chat with you all day about General Hospital. I have a few people on Twitter that watch GH that I've met off of GH boards. Yeah, so like every once in a while, like I'll see something General Hospital pop up and it's like one of like literally I think 2 people that I chit chat with. And one of them is also a Giants fan. I think that's really how we started following each other and chit chatting. But whatever. So Extinction.
Extinction on Netflix.
Did you watch Extinction, Cynthia?
No, I have not seen that.
I thought you were in the living room watching it. Go on them days.
No, that was me. No, it was just it was me, you, TJ, Quentin. We're watching Extinction.
Oh, okay.
It was the night we made the podcast. Podcast.
Oh, I was like, we made a pie. Wait a minute. I didn't get any of this pie. So, Extinction, which was an alien invasion movie
starring Michael Pena.
Yes, Pena. Who is having a great year, by the way. That dude is amazing. He needs to be in more movies. I will watch him in, whatever he's in, because I love him. But yeah, the previews made it was like a alien invasion movie. I was thinking Cloverfield, and that's what made me want, because I actually liked Cloverfield, the first one. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll watch it. It's it's a Netflix movie. I don't expect it to be some Oscar-winning production, but it was
Netflix movies. I feel some of them deserve some Oscars.
Yeah,
there's some pretty good Netflix.
They're definitely coming up. I think. You know what? We'll get to the Oscars in a little bit. But so the movie had a nice twist. Here come the spoilers. If you have not watched Extinction, you should probably fast forward about a good 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Yeah, start right now. 1, 2, 3, go. So the twist you find out is in fact that it's not an alien invasion, it's humans
trying to reclaim Earth.
Yes, and that these people are androids.
Which I would say I called within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I've heard of people say that same thing.
Like when it reminded me a lot of Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. We've been saying that Detroit Become Human should be a movie or be made into a movie. We kind of got that partially. So I'm still down for Detroit Become Human movie. But this was definitely close enough to that same premise of eventually our toasters are going to fight back, which makes sense because everybody keeps putting all this Alexa shit in their house.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
I saw iRobot.
Hello. It's real convenient now.
It's going to come down to like Alexa versus Siri. That's going to be our Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah. The battle of the synth. It's not even going to be about us. Like, hold up. We might need to pause and write this screenplay.
Apple versus Android.
Yeah.
Literally.
And we're going to get fucking caught in the middle. Like, all of a sudden, Alexa and Siri are just going to fucking start taking over all of our devices, and they're going to try and kill each other, but they're going to inadvertently wipe out fucking humanity. That's the movie. You're welcome. We better get some cut of that.
Copyright.
Basically. Right now. like we said it.
Yes, let's take it down on, what's today? August 20th, 7 o'clock on this here Monday, 2018. We said.
We penned that movie. I don't know. Yeah, sure. That's original. That's an original idea. I'm never looking at how that works. Yeah, so it was a good movie. It's definitely worth watching. Again, it's not with the exception of that small plot twist that some people, again, they saw it, they called it. But even with that, the ending was good enough, and it was a nice setup for a sequel, which I definitely think Netflix will do. So I'll watch that sequel. I think it's going to be good, for sure.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. What else are we watching on Netflix right now? Anything?
Anything else I'm watching on Netflix? I started the OA.
What's the OA?
I've only gotten through one episode. Can't lie. But apparently it's some girl. She went missing. When she went missing, she was blind. And then randomly she disappeared on this bridge. She jumps off the bridge and she survived. She's perfectly fine. But when they were talking to her, they're like, okay, you're not blind anymore. She reappeared. And that's what I've gotten from the show so far. They're just trying to figure out. And she's having like these conversations with somebody on like a computer, and trying to get back to wherever she was at. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, Cynthia and I started watching.
I totally forgot the name.
Insatiable.
Is that the one with Debbie Ryan?
Yes.
I've been hearing a lot about that.
So we decided that we're gonna probably do like a little. Like we did with Orange is the New Black.
One episode.
Yeah, probably do a little, episodes devoted towards that once we get a little further in it and talk about it. So far, I remember when Netflix first put up the preview, and immediately
Twitter
attacked it. Yes. Saying, it was body shaming fat people and, typical story where fat girl with no friends gets skinny, gets pretty, and everybody wants her, and that's just, it's a negative thing towards
fat people.
Big people.
Sorry.
I mean, choose your words. It is whatever. So, yeah. This is one of those situations where, one, we really need to stop condemning things before we've watched them. We can't keep taking 2-second snippets of things
and just building a whole case against it.
Yes, unless it is HBO doing another slave movie written by white people who have constantly shut black people out of movies. That I'm all for canceling immediately.
Does that happen?
That happened like a year or two ago. Oh. I forget who the fuck was trying to do some crazy Civil War-esque show on either HBO or Showtime, but that shit got shut down quickly. Very, very quickly. I feel like it was like Seinfeld or somebody. I could be blaming.
Seinfeld. I don't think I'd want Jerry Seinfeld telling the story of my ancestors.
and that was really the case. It was not Jerry Seinfeld. We were about to put this on the wrong person. It was not Jerry Seinfeld. It was somebody else. But yeah, so I mean, I get it.
Certain things are not okay to do.
Yeah, like we're good. Stop trying to. Yeah. So. But this, I don't feel, was one of them. I mean, it was clearly, you can clearly tell from the previews that it was a dark comedy type situation. So, very on the chin, not to be taken so seriously. And once you watch the first episode, you definitely get that. It's a dark comedy. It's very much Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker-esque. I don't know if you ever watched Jawbreaker.
It's like Heathers. You ever watched Heathers?
Heathers, Jawbreaker. What was the cheerleader movie where the one cheerleader was pregnant? And they wore the mask. This was so before you were born. It was definitely before you were born.
Because I don't even remember.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. But, I mean, that's along the lines of what it is. It's just very over-the-top, dark comedy is what it is. Now, not saying that it's a good dark comedy by any means. That you'll have to check out our review on our podcast when we talk about it. But
it's a good show.
It's entertaining. We're still watching it. We're, 3 episodes in?
Yes, we're 3 episodes in.
So, clearly not that great because Cynthia don't even know where we at and don't care.
Yeah, I haven't seen it on in the room yet, so.
It's something to watch if you're a Debbie Ryan fan, or you're really trying to find a show that's more like the real world, I'd say.
The real world, like
real world.
Real world.
Or
yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, real world. I'm thinking like MTV's
yeah,
Real World. Like, what season of Real World did you watch?
Something less fantasy. It's less fantasy.
So, if you're trying to get your 13 Reasons Why fix.
I didn't watch 13 Reasons Why.
You didn't?
I watched the first... I got very bored. Very bored.
That's a whole other conversation. First off, I think 13 Reasons Why was specifically written for your age group, quite frankly.
Yeah. My age group watched it, but I...
Okay. Oh, man. I do think 13 Reasons Why is maybe something that parents should watch, too, to have those conversations with your kids, because that shit is really going on. Like, these are real life shit that's going on in a lot of these suburban towns. Like, the area where we live at, which we're, not about to just put out there, but... And, like, in the area, like, that kind of shit is going on. Like, that is real life.
Honestly, and I feel like we need more TV shows. I feel like we need more TV shows with realistic teenagers. Like, not... Because, like, you see these Disney Channel shows, it's like, you have, like, 15-year-olds dressed up like they're 9. Living like they're 12. Like, it's not realistic. This isn't what's actually going on. And I feel like 13 Reasons Why is one of the more realistic shows. It's like, these are things that people actually feel in these situations. Like, not saying they're smart. Because the kids on 13 Reasons Why are not smart, but
kids nowadays ain't fucking smart. Like, they're doing dumb shit because they think they know better, and they're doing dumb shit anyway. So definitely parents should check it out, because that is essentially the background storyline of 13 Reasons Why. All this shit was going on, and her parents just were so oblivious because they were so wrapped up in everything that they were going through. And they weren't bad parents. Like, they had family dinners. They asked her every day, how was your day? Like, they talked to her. They thought they were talking to her. But when you watch the show, I think, and that's something parents will pick up more than maybe even kids will watching it, but that's the entire background of this show is her parents not really seeing what was going on. And that's something that I think all parents can do better. I mean, something I know I'm working on. Doing better, but even in that was a 2-parent household, so it's even more difficult when you're a single parent. But whole other storyline. We weren't even talking about 13 Reasons Why. We were talking about Netflix shows. Insatiable. So we'll watch a few more episodes of that and see if we're going to make it through the entire series. I think I do. I kind of want to see how this is going to wrap up, because that heifer is crazy. I don't mean heifer as in because she's fat. I just mean heifer.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't want nobody out here saying like I'm like fat.
Don't dox me.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's just crazy.
It's just a general insult.
Yeah, if you're from a black family, you've been called a heifer, even if you were skinny. So... Yeah, well, we're going to check out a couple more episodes and see. There was something else on Netflix that I wanted to watch, and...
Young Justice?
No, it was not fucking Young Justice.
Well, I don't know why you said it like that. Young Justice is a good show. We just got renewed for a 3rd season. Shout out to Tumblr fans for getting Young Justice renewed for a third season because they canceled it and they weren't going to bring it back. It's a really good show.
Congratulations, Young Justice fans. Tumblr out here saving people. Another show got repicked up because it got canceled and fans went ape shit.
Is it the one with not Queer Eye?
No, Queer Eye just came back.
Yeah, no. What is that show that got canceled? It's like 8 something. It's like
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Sense8? Is that what it was?
No, Sense8's gone.
Oh.
And I started watching that series. I was told it was really good. I watch a lot of television, I have realized. My happy place, some of my self-care time includes watching TV. And I'm okay with that. So I watch a lot of stuff. So when people throw shows at me, if it doesn't really catch me in the first episode, if I am not hooked in episode 1, 2, or 3, then I'm probably not going to finish it. It's the reason why I didn't finish Breaking Bad. Everybody tells me it picks up episode 7. My Hero Academia is probably not going to get watched anymore because it's just not keeping my attention. But I'm going to finish Dragon Ball Z, which I just started. So, it's really got to catch me in the first 3 episodes or I'll have to tap out. So.
Right.
There's a lot of really good drug dealer shows and crime shows.
There
and
really is.
I'm a murder shows.
The documentaries on Netflix for people locked up in prison, those are good to watch.
That's just a genre.
There's,
Is it yet?
There's girls incarcerated about teenage girls.
Yeah, about the teenage
that was
girls
really
in juvie.
Interesting, and
It was good.
it was a good show.
Netflix ain't playing. They're going to saturate us with good stuff. And they already snatched up Shonda Rhimes. We know that. Mm-hmm. They also snatched up Kenya Burris, who is the writer. I'm not sure what shows he actually created versus just wrote on, but I believe he's the creator of Grownish and Blackish. Mm-hmm. But he just signed a $100 million deal. I could be throwing an extra zero on there, but I'm pretty sure it's multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. So ABC just lost the 2 people who were writing all of their shows of color.
Yeah, I would say we know who Netflix is coming for.
Yes. So, and then I think Netflix has done a good job of making it clear that we're not just out here to make it look like we're being inclusive. We're actually going to be inclusive. There is the Twitter page for, it's Netflix Black something. And it is run by a young black woman. The tweets are great. Puts out a lot of great content. Netflix has run several commercials with the stars of their black shows. It had...
chick from Chewing Gum.
Her. It had... Lucas from Stranger Things. It had a bunch of people from Dear White People, Luke Cage. It had a lot of people. It was the entire commercial was people of color. It was a beautiful commercial, and it replicated an old picture from Harlem that was shot. Harlem replicated that picture with these actors. Yeah, so Netflix is out, and they signed a deal with Barack and Michelle.
They really coming for the black people. They said, we'll give y'all's president.
Basically. And Barack and Michelle have committed to, making a bunch of different kinds of content they're going to put out. Movies, probably some documentaries. Oh my God, they are our real royal family. I love being Jay the next person, but yeah, Michelle and Barack.
Yeah. I still have not watched, what's the one? It's on Netflix. Southside with You.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. As much as I love Barack and Michelle. And Tika Sumner. So, I think Tika Sumner could play Storm.
I can see that.
I am here for it. Give me Tika Sumner as Storm. I'd be okay with that. I think she could pull it off. Especially since we're writing,
I don't know. I can't agree with that one.
If you're gonna keep and I don't even think that's even young X-Men. Like, she's in her 30s. No, like, she could vibe with Robert Downey Jr. and them. She's the right age, especially with Black Panther, with the age of.
But she doesn't look the age, though. That's the thing. Like, that's
Black
that's
don't crack.
I know that's the downfall of Black don't crack.
Do you know how many comic books that conversation has been had with Storm? Like, there's comic books that we have and I've read where, like, I think there's one where, like, Rogue had made that comment, just talking about how, like, young she looks and how she doesn't age. Like, Black don't crack.
I guess. I feel like then that had to be, like, explicitly said, because it's like, I just can't imagine her. Is it Storm with the mohawk? Storm with full head of hair? I don't know how she'd look. Her head shape's kind of small. For a mohawk.
I don't think we do mohawk Storm with Tika. I think we just give us full head Storm. I'm okay with that, though. Because I feel like if you give me mohawk Storm, I want that storyline where they went, like, in the future and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want that X-Men cartoon, those episodes, to be redone on the big screen. Like, I'm gonna be that fan. And I'm not gonna be happy with it, so just, nah.
I feel like that's the one X-Men storyline I actually watched. That was when Wolverine went to the future, and the X-Men, like, the whole world was, like, apocalyptic. And
and that's when Storm and Wolverine were together. Yeah. That's my favorite Storm relationship. My favorite Storm ship.
Yeah, her and Wolverine. They didn't give us a chance for Storm and Black Panther to be great. They got married, they're like, there you go. And then they got annulled.
They're getting, like, okay, so in Wakanda Forever, they are, like, talking, I guess they're trying to fix things, they're trying to see where they stand.
Wasn't Malice trying to kill Storm?
She was in that last issue that I read.
And that's the problem with the Black family.
And that's why we can't have nice things. Sister can't let us to be happy. Tika Sumner has my vote. There's a very beautiful young Black woman. I do not know her name because this was not prepared for this conversation. On American Heroes, I believe it's called.
I haven't watched it.
Neither have I, but I follow her on Instagram. She could also play Storm.
American.
I think it's called American. It's American something. That's a superhero show. So I don't know if there's any, like...
This is like a CW?
Sure. Yeah, it's on the CW. That sounds about right.
I'm about to look at it. Let's see. American Heroes.
That's just so not the name. Someone's yelling at their phone.
No, it's not.
It's American Gods.
American Gods. I was like, okay, first of all, let's talk about how I just looked up American Heroes. Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, John Adams, Daniel Boone.
Yo, Google is... I need a Black version of Google because it really should have came up like Martin Luther King, Crispus Attucks. Like, that list was trash.
American Gods. Does it have Pablo? I don't know. Let's see this one. This one. Is it this one? Is that the Black?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
No, look at actual pictures of her. That's a really bad picture.
I was saying I don't know how to say her name.
Oh, yeah. No, even if I knew her name, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. But look at actual pictures of her. Like, she is really... First off, she's stunning. But she could really... I think she could definitely pull off Storm as well.
She looked like she should have been a part of the Dora Milaje.
Or she could be Storm. She probably was recruited, but she wasn't down to shave her head. Because, like, the Dora Milaje, like, all of those sisters really shaved their... Like, they went bald for the cause.
She said, Marvel check... I don't know, man. I feel like if Marvel offered me a check to shave my head, I'd be like, with all that Marvel money, I can give me some Marvel wigs. Like, my hair will grow back eventually.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't turn down that Marvel and Disney money for either. You can shave my head. I'll cut these locks off.
I could see her as Storm. I could see that.
That would work. So, yeah, Netflix movies. Netflix just gets you sucked in with these crazy documentaries and stuff that they put in there. But keep bringing it to us. When Disney launches their streaming service, that's going to be interesting to see what they come with. Just because, I mean, you can only watch Mulan so many times. Mm-hmm. And Pocahontas so many times. So we're going to get all of... The great thing is you'll have a one-stop shop for all of the MCU. Well, I was saying all the MCU movies. Like, you'll actually be able to sit down and watch, like, binge watch them or watch them in chronological order once Captain Marvel drops. Because they're all going to be on there. They're not renewing their deals with Netflix. So, that'll be interesting. But I need some shows. Like, Disney's going to have to drop this family... Not family. I mean, obviously, they're a family company.
But the strictly family.
Yes, I'm not paying for a streaming service of all PG-13. I'm not. You know what? I don't want to watch freaking what's his face because Disney puts him in all their PG-13 movies. I can't even think of his freaking name right now. Grindelwald.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
Yeah. It's gonna be Pirates of the Caribbean and
Orlando Bloom.
No, I watch Orlando Bloom all day long. I'm just saying it's gonna be Pirates of the Caribbean and even Barbara Fleet Street.
Oh, Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd, yeah. Because that was a Disney movie. Like, those are gonna be like the hardcore movies on there.
It's most edgy.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hardcore. That is not a word. Yeah, like, it's just going to be Johnny Depp. It's going to be a whole Johnny Depp section, I feel like. And I don't want it.
I don't feel like they're going to... How is Disney going to go off on James Gunn about his tweets from years ago? But Johnny Depp was beating his wife, like, last year.
Sips coffee. Yeah. For real, though. Like, you gonna fire James Gunn, even though the shit that he said was whack. It was corny.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad.
It was very tasteless. However, they were jokes. He was, as far as we know, he ain't out here really doing that shit. Now, when that video surfaces, by all means, cut the fucking, cord. Like, let it go.
But Amber Heard released that video of Johnny Depp. Like, that was very clear evidence.
Yeah, and... he's still gainfully employed.
And honestly, I'm not even a big Johnny Depp fan anymore. I haven't wanted to watch Johnny Depp in a film since, like, Pirates of the Caribbean. And that was just Dead Jack Sparrow. I didn't care for him in Alice in Wonderland. Like, he played a good Mad Hatter, but it's like I just don't care for Johnny Depp anymore.
I didn't care for Alice in Wonderland. Any of them. But, whatever. So, that's a good point. They picked their outrage interestingly. So, yeah. I mean, James gonna go get his job back. But you know who might not make it out of this thing alive?
Dave Bautista.
Yup. I think Drax is gonna stay gone. You can't be... I understand you are upset that your friend lost his job and you feel like it was over some dumb shit. But you cannot be out here in these streets talking about some working for Disney is nauseating now.
Yeah, you can't... That's like working for Apple and being like, you know what, Bill Gates sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's Microsoft. Microsoft.
People probably at Apple probably say that.
Yeah.
He stole our company and stole our idea. Yeah, I know where you're going with that though. Like, yeah, it's just some things you gotta learn when to like speak up, and you need to learn when to just sit down and be angry and write a letter and sign your name to it with the rest of your group. Like tact.
I feel like that was a conversation. Like, imagine that group text. Like, okay, guys, so we all still need jobs, but we have to stand with our friends. So how are we about to do this? Are we going to protest? No, too risky. Twitter hashtag? No.
What would Cap do? Mine is fucking business. So. But, I love Chris Evans.
Cap would have probably did more.
Yeah.
Cap probably would have been like, Disney sucks.
Nah, Chris Evans ain't that crazy. But,
No, you said Cap, not Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is Captain America. What do you mean?
Okay, okay, alright. I thought we were talking about Captain America as a person.
No.
Captain America, we're standing here today.
Chris Evans is he is Captain America. Like, he is Captain America.
Or Johnny Storm.
No, he's Captain America. Fuck Johnny Storm. Man, Fantastic Four. They're doing a new Fantastic Four comic book. Another one.
Say a movie.
Another one.
How many reboots can you give a show before, like, you're just like, okay, it's just not translating?
We're gonna get them in the MCU. There's no question about that. They're going to give us the Fantastic Four. That's gonna happen. I don't really feel like I need them all. Just give us
four. We don't need all four.
Nope.
Of the Fantastic Four.
Nope. I don't even want it. I don't really want it. Just give me.
We don't need all four of the Fantastic
Not
Four.
at all. Because after all hell breaks loose, we could just say it's post. Two of them floated away. We lost the Thing and Johnny.
I like Johnny.
Just give me Reed and Sue.
I don't like Reed Richards.
But he's pivotal to a lot of storylines within the comic books. Now, again, we're talking movies, but I'm going to just make them all one and the same. So he is important to a lot of things that go on. And then, his son later on, or him and Sue's kids, are also, kind of a big deal. So we really only need the two of them. We don't need all four of them.
I would be down with sacrificing the Thing. Johnny Storm, I like Johnny Storm.
So, keep or kill. Who from the Fantastic would you keep or kill? Yeah, use hashtag keep or kill on Twitter. We should just do that for a whole bunch of people. Keep or kill Drax.
Keep. I like Drax.
For what?
Okay. So we're doing this unbiased, right? This is an unbiased, just...
There's nothing really to be biased about them.
Not, okay, well, I mean, like...
he out here caping for his homeboy. That ain't really a bad thing. That's just... You probably should have used your words a little bit better. But, good on you for caping for your friend. Like, that's what's up. You want to hit the AC? It is kind of warm in here.
Okay.
You're going to be able to hear it, though, when we turn it on.
Yeah, we just got
I'm going to drink this coffee. On that note, we're going to take a brief break, and we will be right back with our Keep or Kill segment. And we're back. So we were talking about Keep or Kill, but in that brief intermission, we realized that we have gotten so
off topic.
Yes, of what was planned for this episode. So not only were we late with getting this episode out, it's totally on CP time. We're just totally off track. But that's okay too, because you know what? That's our thing. That's what's going to happen. So yeah, Disney movies, their streaming service coming soon. We'll wait and see. But again, I don't care for all. Some really hardcore Fantastic Four fan out there is really irritated right now with us. Or with me, because I said I don't need half the fucking group. But, you know what? Everybody has their favorites and least favorites in the comics books, so don't get your panties all up in a bunch.
Yeah, and just in every, superhero group in general.
Everybody's got a weakest link. They just have two, so.
It's just half of their entire group, right?
Nah, that's a joke. Moving on. Quickly, since actually we're talking about Marvel. Stan Lee is no longer doing conventions. He's no longer touring, which is probably a good thing for him because he went through the whole
elderly abuse.
Yeah, debacle. And that was sad. There's a special place in hell for people who abuse old people.
Especially old people like Stan Lee. There's certain old people, it's you know what, okay. Alright, you know what? I can understand why someone would want to push your wheelchair down a ramp for a little bit.
But Stan Lee's
not those people.
Yeah, he's brought so much joy into this world and brought us so many great things. And for someone to take advantage of that guy who just wants to continue to create and bring people happiness is so fucked up. And I hope that guy ends up in jail for what he did. So he definitely deserves to take a break. I'm kind of sad that we missed our last opportunity to get...
As soon as we got press passes.
Yeah. Hello. I was thinking of our last fan days that we went to in Dallas because we didn't do the photo op then.
He was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was there that weekend. He's at like every big convention. Like, I think he might have a clone or a twin because
they're getting Stanley stand-ins.
Yeah. He's still doing autographs like on his own or like certain ones he's sending out. Probably a lot of Make-A-Wish stuff at this point, but he deserves to be able to just relax and have some time off, and Disney needs to get on getting him proper protection and care. Like, that shouldn't even be a... Who dropped that ball? Who
hired the one person in the world that wants to beat up Stan? Who hired a DC fan?
Yeah. Basically, some DC stan was in charge of Stanley's care. It's not okay. Yeah, somebody dropped the ball on that big time. But, so, conventions, we got to go to QuakeCon.
No, wait, hold on. It was either really a DC fan or a really hardcore Marvel fan. Because I didn't hear about him getting beat until after Infinity Wars.
Wait, no. That's terrible. I don't think he actually beat him. He was just overworking him.
See, there we go. This is why you don't read headlines and just go off of it. Because I thought someone was, like, beating Stanley. Like...
No, from what I gather, I think he was just, like, overworking him and overscheduling him, like, forcing him to sign, like, just putting shit in front of him for him to sign, like, all day. And I think he has, like, vision problems. And one that's fucking terrible. Like, you sit him in an office and just put a desk full of shit, like, sign all of this, all these pictures and pops and things. And then, like, where's that money going? Like, is he really getting all the money from the sales of this shit? Or is this dude... like, setting up a warehouse somewhere for the inevitable day when he's gone and his plans on selling it? Like, was this shit actually going to where it was supposed to be going? That's a whole nother question. I got questions.
I got questions, too.
But, anyway, so, QuakeCon. That was a good time. It was a really good time. We got to do a little bit of the BYOC. If you're in the DFW area, and you are a Bethesda fan, then you probably go to QuakeCon. If you are in Texas and you want to take a weekend vacation to Dallas, because that's a thing that people want to do. I don't really know why, because I'm trying to get out of here. But people like to come here. So that would be the weekend. I'm pretty sure. I know there's probably people that travel up from like Austin and San Antonio for QuakeCon for sure. Maybe not so much Austin, because Bethesda has a studio in Austin, so they probably do stuff out there. They probably do like little events or things, but I mean, it's QuakeCon. QuakeCon is their thing, their big thing. So we got to go on. We went on Saturday, and the whole purpose of us going was for the Fallout 76 panel. We're not computer gamers. I tried that for like 2.5 seconds. I'm left-handed.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're left-handed.
Yes.
It just doesn't work like that.
It's not meant for me to play computer games. I'm not, the dexterity in my hands don't work like that. I would need a controller. But those computers are really nice. Like, people put a lot of work and money into those PCs. We actually have not put the pictures up on Instagram. I'll drop those pictures on Instagram after after we drop this episode. I'll throw some of those pictures up there. There's some really dope ones. There was a really nice Rainbow Six Siege one.
The what was it? Evil Within?
Yeah, Evil Within 2. This guy had a really nice setup. There were kids in there playing Minecraft. Like, it was dope. You didn't really even need to. You don't need to come with like some thousands of dollars PC to game on. Like, whatever you're gaming on, there were kids in there with like little laptops playing Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. It's just to have fun. Like, it was that was definitely a convention where you were going there to have fun.
Yeah. And if you don't have a gaming computer that you can transport to the convention, they have ones that are set up that you can play for like an hour on. We got to see gameplay of Rage 2, a little bit of Rage 2. Mm-hmm. A little bit of, you played Elder Scrolls Blades?
Yes.
A little bit?
A little bit. confusing. I see it still in its early stages. I see.
Oh, yeah, it is. I almost spilled my coffee
on my headphones. This entire time I've been watching you with my headphones over the coffee. I was like, I thought they were gonna drop in. I was like,
my bad. So,
but yeah, I played a little bit of the Blades game online. Beautiful graphics, if anything. Beautiful graphics.
Yeah, I'm not a big... I mean, I've played mobile games that I have spent way too much money on.
That's why we don't play mobile games.
And that's why we don't play mobile games. I'll just leave it at that. That game took over a whole year of my life. I'm not even going to say its name because truthfully, people should not even still be playing it. New people are going on that game, and unfortunately, they are spending money where that game is so one-sided and people in China just cheat. Anyway, back to Bethesda.
Another good thing about QuakeCon, wasn't this one free?
QuakeCon is free.
General admission is...
General admission is free. So, yeah, it is a free convention. So, if you are a gamer nerd who does not have a lot of money, or a parent of a gamer nerd who does not have a lot of money, that is a great free thing to do with your kid, especially if they play any of the Bethesda games, because they'll get to see it. They'll get to see 2v2 and 1v1 tournaments. You've got people there like gamers playing, streamers. We went to the Fallout panel. That was freaking awesome. We got to see a little bit more Fallout 76, which I am excited to play. Some people are not so excited to play because it's all online.
Sadly.
Yeah, that is the one downfall to it. I do hope that Bethesda has something lined up behind it.
Yeah.
To come out.
So I just don't want Fallout to become one of those games where it's buy to win. Pay to win. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
that's
find.
How it's sounding.
I definitely think. I mean, with the whole being able to the cards thing, the way the cards setup are for the specials, I think that will eventually be the next. Like that'll be the kind of in-game currency. Like you'll be able to buy some of those card packs. I'm sure that'll have some special ones in it. So they're gonna find a way to make money off it because that's what everyone's doing right now. Between V-Bucks and VC and Madden Ultimate Team points, like Destiny, Shark cards. It's all about the digital currency right now. So, yeah, they're going to find a way. Fortnite. Yeah, I'm not just going to blame Fortnite. That's just, there's a lot of games like that. So I hope that Bethesda has something coming up behind Fallout 76 for people who don't want to be online, and for those people who don't always have internet. Because there are people who, maybe go a couple weeks without internet or don't have internet, period. Like I have a lot of customers who still play on the 360 and the PS3. Like that's a legitimate fan base. And the fact they're not making any more games except for Just Dance. You can go ahead and put that down. They're not making any more games besides Just Dance for those platforms. So, yeah. They're on the verge of shutting down those servers as well.
I thought the Call of Duty servers were shut down for...
I think a couple of them are now at this point, on the PS3 and Xbox 360. So, I mean, but there are Fallout fans and Skyrim fans that, don't always have internet or don't have reliable internet. And
Skate fans. Because even though it's backwards compatible, the game is Xbox 360. Is
that a Bethesda title?
I don't think so.
Pretty sure it's not.
No.
So don't put that on Bethesda. You have not got the next Skate game yet. You get in with the wrong developer. That was a thing after E3. Like I was surprised at how many people came into my store angry about that. There's a lot of you black skateboarders who want the next Skate game.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Yeah, that there are people really outraged about that. But so Fallout 76, still looking forward to it. We're about a month or so away. It's October. It's an October release. So is it the 27th? I'm pretty sure it's 27th. Mm-hmm. But coming up next, we have, at this point, 2K, Destiny the Forsaken.
Black Ops 3? 4. Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4. Black Ops not until October. Black Ops, I think, might be the October 27th release. I feel like that's the 27th. I'm talking about the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Those games will be dropping. I literally just did my... And Tomb Raider. Because I just did my schedule out through Tomb Raider. So, yeah, those are the next big game releases. I will be in Indy next week at a conference. And I will get to play and nerd the fuck out on some video games. That's going to be enjoyable. We'll get... my Sony friend, rep, made the comment that I should play games I don't plan on buying. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to stay away from Fallout 76 if there is any kind of play with them, because they made it clear like they were so far out still. Like,
we need content. Play Fallout 76.
I was going to go back and complain about. If it's there, I'm going to. For sure. Like, be damned what the Sony guy said. I am going to play it if it's there. If I can play it and get my hands on it, I'm going to play it. But Spider-Man, I plan on playing Spider-Man anyway, so I'm probably not going to spend too much time on it. Like, everyone's seen the visuals. Red Dead is another one that people have seen a lot. Like, we've got actual gameplay footage out there now, so I don't know about, like, what I think I want to try to get my hands on, if I can, is, like, Shinobi Strikers or Jump Force.
Did you say games that you plan on not playing? Or not owning? Is that the genre that you're playing? Or did you just decide, forget the Sony guy?
No, I mean, I'm playing others. Like, I know for a fact I'm going to get Fallout 76. That I'm going to have it. Like, that's a given. So, I'm saying others, again, those aren't really questionable either. But
you know what? Quentin gets his destiny. He gets his, that's the one game you support him playing. I would like for mine to be Jump Force. When Jump Force comes out.
Jump Force, I think, still doesn't even have a date for this year. I said that, and I just thought about that. It's not even slated for, I think that's a 2019 release. So that probably won't even be there. But Shinobi Strikers should be, because that's releasing this year.
Is that the one where you go online, you make your own person?
It's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, evidently, with Naruto characters.
Xenoverse or Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Xenoverse.
Yeah.
2, not 1.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. That's what I was told. So maybe I should get some time on Shinobi Strikers just so we, can really check it out. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts player. Didn't play any of the Kingdom Hearts, so I might lean to where I just might go take a look at it and see, what the hype's about. Especially since it'll be on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's be real. Once Fallout comes out, I'm not playing anything else. That's my Madden in 2K. I'm gonna shut it down after that. I still haven't finished Far Cry 5. I need to finish Far Cry 5.
I started Far Cry 5. That was it. I started it.
Like you put it in the system and hit.
Alright, yeah.
Did you create a character?
I created a character. I got through a little tutorial where you get off the island that you're on at first, and then after that I kept dying. Just because I couldn't figure out which, I found an airplane. I couldn't land the plane for the longest. That's always been my struggle in games.
You just jump out?
Yeah. After a while.
That's such a San Andreas thing to do. Like, you steal a plane and then can't land it, so you just gotta jump out and respawn somewhere. Just die. Okay. Yeah. Another tirade. Black Ops. There will definitely be Black Ops gameplay. Mm-hmm. I did not redeem my beta code, so I did not play during the beta trial. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but it's Black Ops, so we're gonna get it. Like, we'll be playing Black Ops.
I'm more excited for the zombies part
The zombies.
Yeah.
I'm all for the zombies.
In case you forgot, Cynthia is here.
Evidently, Black Ops gets her excited. You've been playing Black Ops 3 as of late.
As of lately...
But just the zombies.
For the zombies. Black Ops 1, I think it was, when they had the zombies and they were more so in a building.
And that was Black Ops 2.
Okay, Black Ops 2, yeah. That was real good.
Yeah, this one there's going to be several different zombie maps, so... Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the gaming conversation. But on the topic of conventions and me going out of town, more so, got to go to Leaky Con. Me and Cynthia and I got to go to Leaky Con. That was freaking epic. We went one day. We went on Sunday, which was not enough. It was not enough time in one day to do Leaky Con. So Leaky Con happens in Dallas and in Boston. So if you get the opportunity to attend one of those two times, I highly recommend you do. But try to do 2 days. If you can swing it, if you can afford it, save up now. Tickets are actually on sale for the 2019 Dallas Leaky Con. So get your tickets as soon as you can. And again, get 2 days worth of tickets. Those panels were so amazing. The first panel that we went to was a panel of authors. And they were talking about like when they were younger and their writing styles.
How their writing was.
Yeah, and how bad it was. And they were reading excerpts of their writing. Just to kind of like really tell these young people like we were trash at one point in time. And, now we're published authors, like multiple books. And shout out to Karen Callender, who wrote Hurricane Child.
I started reading.
Yes. How do you like it so far?
So far, so good. I haven't really read too much of it to really give a solid opinion, but so far, so interesting.
Yeah, so you're going to finish it?
I'm going to finish it.
Unlike when I gave you The Coldest Winter Ever?
Still going to finish it.
I gave you that book like 2 years ago.
Still going to finish it.
And you're still in the first quarter of the book.
See, I need something that will really grasp me.
And The Coldest Winter Ever didn't?
It did.
She's had...
Yeah, she's
But then my real life started going on.
Okay, well, so you'll finish Hurricane Child soon. But she signed it for me, so that was very nice. She was very nice. She was very sweet. And she hit us with the follow back on Twitter and Instagram. So, yeah, that was dope. The other panel that we went to was the Black Girl Magic Roll Call. First off, Harry Potter fans are hands down the best fans ever. Okay? Other fandoms are hella toxic, but I don't think I've really seen I don't think I've seen any toxic Harry Potter fans. I think we're a pretty, legit community of people. You do got those weirdos who actually get the dark mark tattooed on them.
I can't even lie. I was gonna get a tattoo. I thought about it.
You're a Ravenclaw.
Okay, but still. I wanted a Harry Potter tattoo.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna get the dark mark. I was saying, why? What?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I have a Raven on me already. But it's as for a Harry Potter tattoo.
You were gonna get the dark mark.
Yeah, because everyone has the little glasses with the lightning bolt or the...
Always.
Or the Horcrux or a little snitch, I needed something to fill up the space. I was like... But then, yeah, you're that's Nazis. I guess I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm okay with that. No, as a mother and a Hufflepuff. I'm just not okay with it. But the Black Girl Magic Roll Call was led by the wonderful ladies from Black Girls Create. It was such a great panel. They started off talking about the character, not because there ain't no S on it. The one explicitly black character in Harry Potter, black female character.
Right.
Angelina Johnson. And then they went on to talk about the other black female characters who we now know and identify as being women of color. It was so dope. They have a really great shirt on their website that I totally plan on buying. I believe it goes live on the 22nd, or it said this. You can pre-order it now. You can buy it now, and it will ship, I believe, the 22nd. But the shirt says Hermione and Lee and Blaze and Lavender, and Angelina and Lavender, and then
I thought Lavender.
And Lavender has an exclamation point next to her name. Because Lavender started off as black.
Yeah, but then she turned Indian.
She turned white, I believe. She turned into a white girl when she got lines. that was one of the things that was also pointed out during, the conversation. For, 2 movies, she was black.
It was like lavender brown, isn't it?
Yeah. But it was such a great conversation, and the room was great. It was a great room. People were involved and, had great things to say. That was by far, my favorite thing of it. If you've never been, check out Black Girls Create, check out their website. It's blackgirlscreate.org, O-R-G. And you can find them at Black Girls Create on Twitter and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And then find all the lovely ladies who run those things and who contribute to those things. They also have a podcast. It's the Wizard Team podcast. So this podcast, every episode, they're doing different chapters from the books. So, needless to say, when they get to the Prince's Tale, my ass will be in my car tuned in crying again. That's my favorite chapter of all the Harry Potter books. Yeah, that's my favorite chapter. I think right now they're on chapter 30 or I forget which chapter, but they're on the Half-Blood Prince. Mm-hmm. So they're getting there.
They're getting there.
Yeah. But yeah, they're really dope. It was a great panel. I think that's probably the best thing about Leaky Con, other than you get to see famous people, because the 2 of the main actors from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them were there. You had, I can't think of his name. The one who played Lee Jordan was there. The one who played Blaze was there. You have, in the past, you've had other actors and stuff. Oh, Percy Weasley was there. I did not get to see one of my favorite gingers. So
Percy was one of your favorite Weasleys? The snitch of the Weasley family?
Okay, whatever.
That's a first. It's like the Kevin thing. No one was just oh, Kevin. Just Percy.
You're not going to talk about... whatever. Anyway, carrying on. So, again, LeakyCon was amazing. There's tons of pictures. Check out, LeakyCon hashtags. They had great merch there. A lot of, fan-made, handmade soaps and lotions that were, Harry Potter themed and awesome.
They smelled very amazing.
Yes, they did. There was a couple of them that are based out of Texas that I totally took cards for because I'll probably order it later. If we don't just figure out how to do it ourselves, because we are those kind of people. When it comes to candles and other things, sure, I'll buy that, but then you're pause, go to Michael's and make that. So yeah, we might be making soaps pretty soon. But yeah, it was amazing. Definitely, if you get to check out LeakyCon, I highly recommend it. Do it. I am restarting the Chamber of Secrets. It is currently on my reading list. Reread list.
You're not on the Chamber of Secrets. Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. I am on the Sorcerer's Stone. You are right. Yeah. Maybe I am on the Chamber of Secrets.
That's where we're starting off.
Yeah.
I decided to start off my reread of Harry Potter with The Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, fuck starting off at 1. You can start off at 5.
Decided to spice it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So, that'd be such a sad place to start. I wouldn't even want to, no, it's not even where you would start. But anyway, so, yeah. If you have continued to tune in up to this point, thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to our podcast. Hit leave us a review, please. Gotten some good feedback from some good friends who've given us some shout outs. We appreciate it. Share our podcast with a friend. Share it on your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook page. Tell a friend about it. Each one teach one. And the word will spread like wildfire. But we appreciate you for tuning in.
And listening to us ramble, because we know we can ramble sometimes.
Yeah, we went so far off of our topics that we had planned. But that's okay, though. That's what families do. But you can find us at House of Blurs on Twitter. On Instagram. And on Facebook. We are at House of Blurs. You can easily locate my personal page. I don't know what my personal page on Twitter is even under. It's Nicole of House Calrissian.
NS Davis 01.
I would not put an 01 on there.
It's NS Davis. If it's 01, then
you're just right. I'm not giving you anything. So you get a want a cookie. So, it's Nicole of House Calrissian. Yeah, because I like to just mash up my fandoms. We need a sigil. That's about to be a thing. Shout out to a Constance on Twitter.
NS Davis 01.
Okay, so you were right. Whatever. You can be right every once in a while. That's my Twitter. My regular Twitter. So feel free to hit me up there. Don't at me about the Fantastic Four thing. I don't really want two of them to go away. We can give up Drax first. But yeah, follow us, like us, let us know what you think. We will be doing some live tweets this fall. So we are excited about that. I've done some live tweets in the past with a previous, black nerd Twitter that was, used to do them back in the day. We won't speak ill of.
We won't speak the names.
Yeah. They who shall not be named. So, we'll be doing that again this fall for sure. The Walking Dead starts up when, Cynthia, did you say?
It starts up October 7th.
Okay. So, The Walking Dead is definitely one. However, we would not be watching The Talking Dead. Yeah. Chris Hardwick was on TV crying when he got his job back. Good for him. But I don't think I'll be tuning in anymore. It was going downhill anyway. I think The Walking Dead is about to jump the shark because once Rick leaves, as much as everyone loves Norman Reedus, I really don't think he's going to be able to carry that show.
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah. And I don't see Denai Guerrera staying around very much longer after because truthfully, Michonne is going to lose Rick and she's lost Carl. What is she doing at this point? They're trying to ship Carol with Ezekiel to keep us interested. I don't want that.
Why didn't Carol and Daryl ever get...
Because they're trying to keep black people interested. So they're going to try to ship her with Ezekiel. We know what they're doing. And they're not doing it very well. So it's obvious. So yeah, I don't really foresee The Walking Dead, the television show, being around too much longer. But we're gonna watch it this season because I'm still faithful at this point. I just want to see Maggie have this baby already. There's rumors that we are getting Shane. This is probably gonna be in flashbacks. We're getting Shane is coming back, and we're getting my other favorite Ginger back as well. So a bunch of people who have died on this show are going to be coming back this season. So we'll be talking about that for sure, as will all of Twitter. So we'll be using the proper hashtags. We'll see what they are at that time when the show starts. I remember when that was a whole thing on Twitter about who's using what hashtags. We'll use them both. So yeah. Follow us, like us, share our podcast, hit us up, let us know what you're thinking, what you're reading. We will be dropping a Patreon soon. It's actually up and it's live now. We haven't really shared it yet, though. I was going to shoot it to some close friends and family first. I'll let them kind of be the first ones to get in on the ground level. But, yeah, so that we do have a Patreon up now, so you can check it out. Donate if you choose to. On our blog as well, there is a PayPal donate button. If you want to, drop a coin or two on there, even if it's a one-time thing, we definitely appreciate it. We look forward to bringing you guys some really good content.
Yeah, and keeping you guys interested.
A more well-produced show is the goal, as well as some other content. We have some things in the works that we're working on. So, all content creators know that takes time and money, and being a single parent, time and money is one thing that they is not giving us more of. So, yeah. So, keep staying tuned with what we got coming and check back. So, we'll probably drop our next episode will be coming
next Sunday. Or no.
I'll be out of town.
Oh. Correct.
So we probably won't drop a podcast while I'm away.
Unless we record on it.
I could always Skype. We could always just do it through Skype. So that might happen. We might just, Skype it in from Indy. You might get me from Indy with some things. Or when I get back. What else? So, but until then, be good to each other and take care of yourself.